Okay, so for us to test our API, since now it's in localhost, we're going to have a problem. And I'm going to show you how to solve it. Not really solve it, but how you can circumvent it until you actually deploy it. Also, how you can access other APIs. So basically, it's just a simple example how you can do a request of an API locally or from outside. So let's go here to our main controller. And I don't want this anymore. So let's start on init and let's create a model. And this model is going to be a JSON model. If you press tab, it automatically is going to import. So let's create an empty one and let's set the model. And now let's load our data. So let's load data. And it's going to be asynchronous. And in here, we're going to get our response, going to fetch, and right now I'm going to do for our localhost. So cp localhost, copying my port, and one of the endpoints or the routes, it's this one. So I'm going to fetch the wallets. I'm going to get the JSON data. So await response JSON. And then I'm going to set data. This problem is because it doesn't know what we can get from here. And since we set here, we know that is a JSON model. So we just need to tell it the type JSON model. And yeah. And we can do a simple list that I have already prepared. So we come here, let's grab this and let's grab this example and come to our view and take all of this content that is not useful for us. And okay. And the path, it's going to be like this. It's going to be wallets, and we're just going to have the title, that is the name, that is correct. And this should be working. So start. So as you can see, we don't have data and we are having errors. So if you come to the network and search for, you can see that you actually get the data, and the problem is that we don't have this header. So we are having problems with same origin policy. And I guess when you are developing an API, this is not a thing that you want to worry about, because this can be solved with a proxy, or later on you can actually polish these things. And right now I'm more interested in what the API actually does. So one way for you to circumvent this is to just come to your API and start sending every time this header, tsx control origin, allow origin, asterisk. So now if you try again, you see that now the data is appearing. And yeah, so basically if you cannot access your local API, it's probably because you are not sending the header of the allow origin that we now have it here. But also, in case you actually want to access another API, So let's get the coins from Kraken, the exact pairs. So instead of that, we're going to use actually a API that is well configured. It has the SSL certificate and everything is working correctly. So if now we come here to input the results and put the property name, you're going to see that is also going to work. See? So this is how you can access APIs that are not from SAP, or not the normal way of doing things, because you normally would, or you could put in the manifest, but yeah, if you want a quick dirty way of doing things, this is the way. I'm probably later on going to use the manifest for this. I'm not sure how it's done with third-party APIs, but I'm going to try to do it. But yeah.